President Trump has just made the biggest change in marijuana policy in 55 years. He's taken pot from a Schedule I drug to a Schedule III drug, meaning it's gone from the company of heroin to the company of Tylenol with codeine. Still, marijuana is illegal in the state of Idaho, and it's headed for a major collision at the ballot box. I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, and a citizen-led initiative intends to legalize medical marijuana. But the legislature, they have also introduced a constitutional amendment that, if passed, would nullify your voice and your vote. It's the legislature versus the people of Idaho in the battle over legalizing medical marijuana.
We are doing some polling right now, and there is strong indications that there is very strong support in the conservative space for this across the states.
That's Amanda Watson, spokesperson for the Natural Medicine Alliance of Idaho. Her group is collecting signatures for an initiative that would legalize medical marijuana only.
Ours is a very, very restrictive law. It's not like some of the ones that we've seen before. So we're hoping that it covers kind of the concerns of the GOP, and then we also can treat people who've been struggling,
In recent years, multiple attempts to legalize marijuana by a group called Kind Idaho failed. So they're ending their efforts and joining forces with the alliance, which has more resources.
So this is very hardcore push. We have people that are paid. They're making a living, collecting these signatures. And that's something that we at Kind Idaho have never been able to do.
The Republican-dominated legislature has always opposed any legalization of marijuana, but GOP Chair Dorothy Moon seems less opposed when it comes to medical marijuana. So at this point, there's no campaign to say, we got to stop this thing.
No, at this moment, no. It's kind of between the family and the medical provider. If people, see that they need something to address a certain illness, then they have the right to try.
Judging by their response, the Republicans in the legislature disagreed. On a party line vote, they put HJR 4 on the ballot. That is a constitutional amendment which, if approved by voters, gives the legislature the sole authority to legalize marijuana or other illicit drugs. The Senate Republican said in a press release dated March 14th of this year that elected officials are best equipped to make those decisions. If that amendment is passed by voters, the will of the legislature would supersede any citizen initiative when it comes to legalizing medical marijuana. And even if the HJR 4 fails and the voters vote to legalize medical marijuana, the legislature still has the power to overturn the will of the people.
It'll be interesting. If the vote is high, Rowan, that really determines a lot of it. If the vote comes in at a 70% on any of these initiatives, I think the legislature would be very apprehensive to try to override it.
An update on that polling that Amanda Watson mentioned in the story. She says a new survey shows 83% of registered voters in Idaho agree with legalizing medical marijuana, and 74% of registered Republicans. In downtown Boise, I'm senior reporter Roland Barris, Idaho News 6.